The Pythagoras theorem in words is that the square areas from the two legs of a right triangle is equal to the square area from the hypotenuse. So what this means is that if we take the square area, and this has to be a right triangle, if I take that square area and I take this square area, so these represent the legs of the right triangle, it's going to be equal to, those two square areas is going to be equal to the square area that we can draw from the hypotenuse. So those two squares should add up to that third larger square. I'm just going to sketch that. Okay, but those two squares should equal to the third square area. Okay, so two smaller squares add up to the third square. So, and again, just to reiterate, this only works for right angle triangles. It does not work for non-right angle triangles. Okay, taking a look at the next one here, calculate the areas. The area of the circle is going to be based on the area formula for the circle, which is pi r squared. So the area of the circle here, the radius is going to be 9 inches. I'm going to square that, and so I get an area of 81 pi inches squared. Okay, now we can work that out as a decimal value. 81 pi inches squared is the best, but 81 times pi as a decimal is 254.46. I'm going to round that to 5, so 254.5 inches squared. Okay. When we take a look at B, we want to break this up into rectangles. Okay, and all measurements that we find that we use for area have to be at 90 degrees to each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the area of that first rectangle. So I have an 18 by 6 rectangle. So 18 times 6 is going to give me 108. Okay, and then I can find the area of a triangle. Now the area of a triangle, again, we have to use 90-degree measurements. So we're going to use the base width here of this triangle. So if the total distance across is 18, and we have a partial distance here of 6 and 3, the distance in the middle is going to be 9 centimeters. So we have a 9 centimeter wide triangle, which has a 90-degree height of 9 centimeters. So I'm going to use this 9 centimeters as my 90-degree line. And I'm going to take half of that since it's a triangle. So I get 9 times 9 divided by 2 is going to be 40.5 centimeters squared. So the total area is going to be 108 centimeters squared plus 40.5 centimeters squared. That gives me a total area of 148.5 centimeters squared.